Hello, everyone. We are live now again on another Tuesday. What? We've been doing this for years. This is not a comeback. It's the whitest version of that lyric I think you've ever heard. You're welcome. We're back though. We're gonna play some World War Bug using the Band of Blades, of course. It's an evil hat. It's basically it's what is it based on Blades in the Dark, but it's kind of like a variant. And you know how variants work. We are talking about multiverse before we went live. You know how variants work. Come on, people. Um, so let's get right into it because we're on the episode 2 of this arc of the fourth arc. So I'm going to give it right over to Michael. All yours, sir.
All right. Hello and welcome to World War Bug, the epic insect military saga that takes you through a massive conflict, one teeny tiny battle at a time. And this is episode 2 of arc number 4, entitled White Morning. We'll go right ahead with a quick recap, little news article to set the stage. But first, let's go ahead and meet the players who will be playing the bugs that go to war. So please tell me who you are, who your character is, and how they're feeling as the war on the eatery front continues. Starting with Nick.
All right, I'm Nick, and once again, I'm playing Lieutenant Colonel Max Flores, the bullet and sniper. He is, feeling fairly good. Once again, going into a probably a semi-colder environment, but we'll see how things go.
We will. Semi colder. It's colder. It's very colder, as we will talk about. Um, Also joining us, uh, we have. He's moved beyond special guest star status. To I would say regular at this point. We're very happy to have him. Of course, we're very happy to have Nick as well. Happy to have everybody. It is Dallas.
Hey everyone, I am who he says I am. I promise you that. But I don't have my ID on me. I lost it. No, I am going to be playing Stilly Dreamtree, and I'm very happy to be doing that again. Corporal Dreamtree has been off the battlefield for such a long time. She's almost like a reservist. She didn't think she'd ever be called back, and then they started going through ants like it was free food. Some high ups just literally throw their lowers at the masses, but we hope that Stilly can keep things in order one more time.
We hope so. All right, and then rounding us out. Happy to have him. Happy to have everybody as well. It is Patrick.
Hello, everybody. I am playing Sergeant Ektom Lucano, the soldier, ant soldier, who's, you know, he's here. He's holding together. He's trying to make sure that everyone gets home at the end of the day. I mean, well, most people get home by the end of the day. This last situation in which we found ourselves with a bunch of, machine gun nests behind us and friendly fire really sort of has soured him on this front.
Yeah, it was certainly a nasty thing. That was the Calzone Carabinieri, the military police, acting as blocking troops to try and gun down a thing. But you the what was it? Fifth battle all on the true.
Do we lose him?
World, the roof, and that is where it will begin. I have a quick news article. Of course, another edition of the mid-afternoon waggle dance by Buzz Peachtree, the embedded reporter bee who is following you around, and then we'll get started. All right. The Kingdom of Eatery, that newly created nation forged from the packaging of food from Ray's original Italian eatery, faces one of the most brutal battlefields of the entire war, the roof front. Here, on the towering tiles and gutters that top the Bloom household, Eatery's forces and the Beetle Weevil Empire battle for supremacy above the clouds, or at least a little closer to the clouds than the bugs on the ground. A special breed of soldier is required for a battlefield where a single misplaced step could cause one to plummet dozens of feet to instant doom. To this unique front come the Greenleaf Guards, with a special mission beyond that of defeating the enemy. The Greenleaf Guards have made an enemy of Sir Basil Rosemary Time, a notorious arms dealer and slaver ant who is capturing refugee insects for his own dark purposes. They discovered that Sir Basil is heading for the roof to meet with Colonel Dario Dragolio, a dragonfly war poet who is leading eatery troops and inspiring them with martial verse. Now, after an exhausting nighttime climb, they reach the East Gutter, where the eatery roof bugs have made a base. Up here, the air is thin, ice crunches underfoot, and blood flows sluggish in the abdomen. The sun rises cold and shines upon a world of frost. A white morning has dawned. All right, so with that, we'll get into it. So you guys have arrived. We'll do some kind of little role playing as you arrive on the scene, and then we'll go ahead and begin the campaign phase of the game. All right, so as the news article said, you and Buzz Peachtree, the Greenleaf Guards, and the survivors of the Breadstick Versaglieri have spent the entire night in this back-breaking climb straight up the wall of the house. Very difficult, but you guys manage it. And after going straight up, you have to go kind of perpendicular to the house. You go upwards, curve around, and go into the East Gutter. In this large valley area, the roof bugs, the roof troops, the climbing troops of Eatery have set up a base. They got a bunch of tents made of tissues, some cabins made of twigs. It's not much. And then looking past, you can see the sheer curve of the roof itself, stretching far into the distance, with the pinnacle, the arch of the roof on the suburban Bloom household. Also, it's the morning. It's cold. I'm not sure what kind. I think the kind of year it's like sort of the very early spring when it's still very cold. It's a very cold morning, so a hard frost has fallen over the house, and you can see that the entire rooftop, the tiles are just covered in frost. There's lots of there's just ice as far as the eye can see covering this tile, just shining in the morning sun. All right. So with that, you arrive at the tent. You see lots of roof bugs moving around. They got some climbing gear, little bits of rope made of dental floss they're swinging around, things to help them climb up the roof to start moving towards the enemy. And you can probably judge where Captain Dario Dragolio is, because there's not too much. There's not a big headquarters building, but he's sort of out there surrounded by a bunch of ants. A bunch of different eatery bugs, doing kind of a live poetry reading for them, from some of his verse. So, what do you guys do?
I think Ektom is sort of lamenting as we're up here now. I'm like, somehow I missed the freezer. Can't explain it. Somehow I do.
Oh, I feel like I should note in my introduction I said Lieutenant Colonel when Flores is a Lance Corporal.
That's a big jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're starting a little promotion there.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Field promotion to a very high rank.
Yeah, I mean, with the stuff that we've done,
They could use it.
We've probably had some sort of promotion if we weren't being shafted.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Flores would have been the
All
leader of
right.
like a team of snipers or something,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
Stilly would have already been a like a captain of like a medical corps or something.
Oh yeah, running like a field hospital.
Yeah.
I know. Unjust.
Yep.
At least you get to, hey, join the bug army, see the bug world.
Keep the boots to the ground.
So you guys head on over to this sort of a circle of bugs. Dragolio is this like sort of lean dragonfly, very like jewel-like sort of shining gem carapace. His wings are kind of like they're always sort of buzzing with activity. Every bit of it seems to be moving, like his antenna are flicking back and forth. He's wearing like a very elaborate eatery uniform, lots of sashes, lots of cross belts, lots of like knives, blades, and like um splinter pistols sort of like stuck in all angles. Um and he's doing like some kind of like war slam poetry to these bugs, being like, yes, as the sun's rays do shine down upon the martial forces of Eatery, know that patriotism sends the goo flowing thickly through their bodies, crying out, meet the enemy, kill him, kill, 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 kill. You, and he points to you guys. You are newcomers, are you not?
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
I'm new to some things these days.
New to the area, not new to the war.
I can tell that inside of you, the blood of warriors flow.
I can tell by all those sashes and weapons that you have that you must be a real big warrior.
It's
That
a
I
wonder you can
am.
fly.
Oh, yes, but I do so. Courage and patriotism make my wings go. I'm interested in two things: killing and poetry. I also like poetry about killing. I write
You-
quite a bit of it.
Do you write your own poetry about killing?
Oh, I do. I
Okay.
have a special sort of deal. Yes, I have a special deal with the Eatery government. I get to be commanding troops in the field, sending them to glorious battle and leading them, of course, as well as writing poetry that excites the soldier's mind. In fact, I think you guys have a bit of poetry about you as well.
I would say so.
Yes, please throw a verse my way if you don't mind.
Oh, thank you.
No?
I'm not one for rhyming scheme.
Oh,
No.
don't worry. It doesn't have to rhyme.
I prefer to let my actions speak rather than mere words.
Well, fair enough. All right, someone's gonna have to roll a consort with this guy because he really wants you to say some poetry to him. This guy. Hey, he loves his poems.
I got one in consort.
Same.
I got two.
Oh,
I'll leave
okay.
it up to Dream Tree.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
see.
Dream Tree. What do you say? Or are you gonna try favoring him with a little verse?
I like to roll, and then I'll still try to do what I can.
Okay.
But I promise nothing, so that's why I like to roll.
Okay. This is gonna be, and if you really don't want to do poetry, like just come up with poetry top of your head, that's okay. This is
can't
a
say-
controlled.
Okay, can't say it'll be. Oh, thank God. 1 is a 3, so a 3. And I look him up and down. I look out towards the sun that he was talking about, and with my training in mind, I say, as that glorious sun does shine, remember why you do what you do. to take up arms against another is not something you should do lightly. That sun does not shine lightly. So be the bright beacon you can be as well for your company and those who you love.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So what did you roll?
A three.
Three. Three's the highest?
Yeah, I had a one and a three.
Oh
I'm pretty
no.
sure the one fell first, so I'm glad I had two dice.
That's a good point. Okay. Um with a three, he's like, you can tell he's trying to be polite. He's like, well, the rhymes sort of. It's kind of a slant rhyme, sort of a slant rhyme, but that's okay. It's a good start. You know, every poet starts somewhere. A little bit of constructive criticism. I could have used more talk about martial valor, something about killing the enemy, the love of your country animating you, you know, so something like that. Just for your second draft, you can maybe add some of that in. But you know, it's a worthy start. So, anyway, welcome my fellow killers, my blood spillers, my bug squashers. Welcome to the roof. How can I, Colonel Dario Dragolio, war poet extraordinaire, assist you?
Yes, we're looking for. Maybe you know this individual, trying to track them down. Uh, Sir Basil Rosemary Time.
He thinks for he like, you know, he thinks for a second, and his wings like start beating the air very excitedly. He's like, "Ugh, Sir Basil Rosemary Time. I despise the fellow. I do not care for him at all.
Oh, is that so?
He is a what's that?
I said, oh, is that so?
No, I do not like him at all. No. Look, for me, war is a sacred calling. There is nothing more honorable than finding the enemy and just like shooting him dead, like super
Right.
dead. There's just nothing with more glory in it than just like bayoneting another bug and his hot gooey innards splashing all over you, and you know that you've defeated him. Oh, it's so magnificent. But him, he wants to make money off of the sacred calling of war.
Yeah.
Can you imagine such a thing?
Well, that's
Yeah.
why we're looking for him.
Yep.
Mm. So
Hoping to
you
put a
wish
bullet through his brain.
Yes. I I sympathize. I would like to, but regrettably, he's made some deals with the Eatery government for weapons.
Of course he has.
So I was not able to move against him. He offered to sell my soldiers weapons. And in truth, we are running low on ammunition. But I told him to go away because we don't need ammunition to win. We just need courage and a love of one's country. And buddy, you better believe we got that. So, as far as I know, he sailed his fancy little 25th anniversary balloon up the roof, and he's in the Beetle Weevil ranks now.
So to reach him, we would have to cross the line.
I'm afraid so. But you come at the perfect time. I have three missions that should take you over there into the enemy lines, and you can find him. Now, I should warn you, this is a dangerous time to do so. Some of those, I mean, I'll just go ahead and call them cowards, have told me that all this frost is particularly dangerous and threatens like avalanches. Makes the roof a little extremely more tricky. The love of and with this, I think we're kind of getting into the campaign phase. I'll go ahead and he'll lay out the missions in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get to some of like our quartermaster stuff. I do want to say some other good stuff has happened, as well as having the. So from last mission, I know one of them was an assault, and the reward for that, which you guys succeeded, for your secondary mission, was that you got some high powered weapons. So all of you guys now have like, this is very maybe particularly useful for this area. You all have a number of explosive and incendiary splinters. So for like
Okay.
about once a game, yeah, each of you has one incendiary round and one explosive round.
Okay.
So those could be used to like change the situation, give yourself an extra die in difficult roll.
When you say the term round, can that be flexible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of like
What do you have in mind?
oh, maybe more like grenade instead of round.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay.
It could be like a high explosive grenade or incendiary grenade. You each get one of each, so it could be good for this game or save them for later. So that was a cool reward.
Heck yeah.
Also, we have going up to the quartermaster here. So I have to ask your bomber, your balloon bomber. Do you think you guys brought that thing up here?
Probably.
I mean, it's
I don't
probably
think we.
easier to get up here than the clanker.
Oh yeah, the clanker was probably left down at the bottom.
Right. I was going to ask about that. So the clanker's
Yeah.
staying behind, but the balloon bomber is coming along. Is that sound right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, best.
All right. Very good.
Best for this terrain.
Yeah, we got lighter than air, but the clanker's hanging out down below. Okay. So let's go ahead and start our the quartermaster stuff.
So. Once again, it's probably. I don't know about you guys, but I could use some rest.
I mean, I won't say no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at like half my stress right now, but
Oh,
it's always
I'm not
it's always good.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
I mean,
If you need to do it, I'd say do it. We didn't lose anybody last time, so we should still have the maximum amount of campaign actions.
true.
You?
Oh yeah. Oh right. It was Liberty that stress rest is for healing. No, I can probably. I mean, I got those ability upgrades for a reason, so I'll. I should be fine without that. So what we will do. I think we could probably. Maybe acquire some assets, maybe recoup our religious supplies at least. Maybe get some.
I do have a reliquary with me.
Right.
Three uses, but I'm not sure if that's what you mean.
No, well, I think for like for the religious missions, I would mark off like religious supplies to use for a die or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And I've used 3 of those ticks on the 1 religious supplies that I have, so I think we could use some more, or at least to recoup them.
Okay, got it.
So I think that's an acquire assets.
All right. Okay,
I
so you like the location's asset rating?
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna just be a 2
All right.
because it's hard to find stuff all the way up here.
Fair enough. And yeah. Oh, I got a 5. So standard.
Ooh.
All right. So let's see. For standard, do you want to bump it up to get
Um,
laborers, siege weapons, alchemical concoctions, or is standard what you need?
I think standard would give us sort of like another set of religious supplies, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Very good.
Maybe
Good to
even,
use.
yeah. I mean, well, no, we're pretty good with food stores right now. So I will mark the second religious supplies. And then for the second one, we haven't really lost anyone, so we probably don't really need to recruit anyone, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Am I allowed to do like a second acquire assets roll?
Let me see.
I
I
don't know.
mean, it
It's
says
fine if
I'm reading
not.
it says under campaign actions. It says you can do each. Yeah, it says you can do each action once per
Okay.
campaign phase. Oh, except acquire assets. So yeah, you could
Oh.
either acquire assets.
Cool. So I don't know. Let's see. Trying to think of like what would be some. I mean, we could attempt to get like another mercy or maybe an alchemist.
Would we want to start another long-term project?
We could do that. What? I'm just not very good at like thinking of long-term projects personally.
I mean, our long-term project. I mean, maybe if Michael's okay with this, like, start getting advanced intel on where Sir Basil Rosemary time is. Like, use the spy network that the Greenleaves have. You know, from their names. The Viscount Vincent Evergreen, and Corporal Kane. They kind of
sure.
were the ones leading the Spy Master stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
wait. I know we haven't had them joining us since our first arc, but
Yeah.
that'd be great if you want to do that.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
find where he is.
Yeah, like, all right, that sounds like a decent one.
We're hot on his trail. Like, now it's time for us to like start trying to get ahead.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So for a long-term project, I pick a specialist to lead the project. They roll an action and mark segments on the project clock based on the results. So I guess
Yeah, who's gonna lead it, and what do you think action it would be?
What was the name of the moth? I think she was Moth, right? The one that we helped.
Oh yeah, the spider.
Oh yeah,
And the
Lady
spider.
Aurelia.
Yeah, Lady Aurelia.
Yeah.
Get her back in the action.
Is that
Yeah,
Are you
she can
allowed
help
that?
you though. I don't
'Cause-
know if I think it's be one of the player characters though.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
true,
thinking
yeah, yeah.
too. Yeah.
I believe our Spy Master was being done by the Viscount Evergreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't here.
Mm-hmm. So
The,
that's
our only officer.
yeah.
I know. Well, let's have maybe we'll have one of you guys roll.
All right.
I'll let Dallas do the roll.
Sorry, I'm who? Oh, Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for like trying to find a location, I mean, that does seem like a scouting role. So Flores is
True.
pretty good at scouting. So
Yeah, that makes sense. You're like tracking, this guy down.
yeah. But I don't know if like would it be not fair to sort of have me do all the roles or something?
No, I was just making suggestions.
Yeah. I mean, Flores has 3 ticks in scout, so
Ooh,
that'll be
okay.
And if we want to send an NPC to do this, we do have Lance Corporal Flip Hop, Breeze Hop. They're still alive.
If I could only see him one more time.
That's true. Dallas, if you want to roll for Flip Breeze Hop, I'm not sure if you remember what his scout was.
Yeah. Those two have a history.
I like it. I don't know. Do you
Like
have
much-
flip scouts?
Much
Or
younger
stats?
military
Yeah.
days. I don't know. No,
Don't worry about it.
Nah.
no. But I like the
Alright,
idea.
I
It's
think
cool.
we should have.
let's have Flores do it.
All right.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
So, I will roll the 3 dice. That. Yeah. Ooh. That's a crit, my friend.
Nice.
Whoa! So how many ticks of a clock is that counting?
5.
Yo.
Damn.
5. Oh man. Okay. One more tick and you're gonna find out where he is.
Okay.
Oh, close.
Yeah.
Like right at the end of our. At the end of this arc.
Yep.
Got some juicy information.
right.
All right.
Yeah. Boy, but a very effective campaign action there.
Mhm.
Okay. That brings us to our marshal and commander.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait.
So let me go ahead and roll out
Oh,
the
no, I
missions
can't
for
really
you,
read.
the options.
Okay.
All right. So Dragolio says, first of all, there's an enemy encampment. Well, he's got his accent changed. First, there's an enemy encampment. About halfway up the tiles here on the east side of the house. I believe the commander of the Beetle Weevil forces, General Carl von Hot Dog himself, is set to visit this camp. So I need somebody to infiltrate this encampment and steal plans. Oh, and I should say, it is not a simple camp. It is an entire frozen city built out of an old marmalade jar that was thrown up here. I'm not sure how the marmalade jar ended up on the roof, but the Beetle Weevil forces have transformed it into a frozen fortress. But if you could infiltrate it, you could steal vital information. So that one is a recon. So infiltrate Marmalade. Marmalade being the name of the frozen city. The next one is supply. There is a convoy of vital supplies coming up to this encampment through the gutter. I believe the Beetle Weevil fiends will try and steal it. So I'll need someone to go with this the convoy and make sure it arrives here safely. And that Beetle Evil forces have a base extremely high at the highest point of the house, the tip of the satellite dish. And he points up, and you can see there on the very edge of the roof, they got like a satellite dish, poking out. So they can get all the great satellite TV. And sort of in the middle of this big, this big kind of plasticky pie plate sort of thing, that's where Beetle Weevil Empire has built their base. So we'll need to burrow under the tiles, climb straight up into the center of that satellite dish, plant explosives, and blow their base to pieces from inside. And that is assault. These are dangerous tasks, but you strike me as formidable soldiers. And if you die, it will inspire me to write really awesome poems.
That is fair. Guess we shouldn't die then.
Don't worry, if you live, I'll write awesome poems too. I'm always writing poems.
I'll take that. We haven't done a recon in a while, have we?
No,
How are we feeling about that?
sure.
So
Silly?
the infiltrate.
Yeah, get in there, steal plans.
I do like the idea of not shooting first.
I mean, yeah, that would be the most ideal situation.
So, what do you think they might need the most there that they could be distracted by if it showed up somehow?
Food, medical assistance. Is there any sort of independent agency going around providing field hospitals for any side who wants it? Any Red Cross?
Ooh, it's like kind of a Red Cross.
I feel like that's a war crime.
Oh, to dress up as Red Cross people?
Sneak in, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not okay. However, the Bloom household bug equivalent of the Geneva Convention, you better believe they're not enforcing that up here.
Well, also they wouldn't have been written at this point yet. They were written afterward.
Oh, maybe, yeah, you might be right. I mean, I think they did have like rules for war.
Well, yeah.
Even then, yeah, I'm not sure what what exactly. But yeah, I'm pretty sure even then you were not allowed to dress up as a Red Cross person.
Yeah, we're the reason why the convention was written.
Yeah, they're gonna change the laws after they discover what you do.
Yeah.
There is a medical, sort of a free medical force that just goes around helping the wounded bugs. It is called the Paw Patrol Band-Aid Service. They enter their symbol, which is a Paw Patrol Band-Aid. So that could be a good idea if you want to disguise yourself as like doctors and nurses and so on.
Just to get in the city.
Yeah, there's always just sneaking, right? There's always sneaking, but I was just wondering.
Yeah, that's true. There's just stealthily sneaking in, or finding some way to get uniforms from the Beetle Weevils.
Maybe we can find Shrank up here.
Is there anyone that we could possibly bribe or intimidate?
Yeah, or
to get some.
I think a lot of that will depend on the engagement role. But is that the one you want to do? I think I'm
thinking, yeah.
Infiltrating Marmalade.
We've done that before. I mean, we've done that in a while. Not before. We've done that in a while.
All right, so you're going for Recon, Infiltrate Marmalade. What will the second mission be?
I feel like that supply mission's so vital. Like, supply mission is always vital. But same thing with the destroy an enemy base.
So correct me if
supply. I'll give you guys some supply. You guys 2 supply.
We are okay on supply. Really hobble the enemy though.
If we take their supply.
If we destroy it. Well, they're trying to take our supplies.
Right.
Um, I mean, we could send them on the assault mission. They survived last time.
Ooh, we just got outfitted with explosives and incendiaries. I'm willing to give mine up to the crew going on if we send them on the assault mission so they're better geared.
Ooh.
At least I'll
Okay.
give mine. Or do they get their own stuff for that?
They get their own stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say if
The
I can help
secondary
them along,
the secondary mission is basically whatever we roll on the first one is how the second mission goes. Kind of weighs a hand of like, yes, it's successful. It was okay, or a abysmal fail.
Got it.
Yeah, let's send on let's send the plastic platoon on that assault mission.
All right. So getting ready. So we got our two missions. Time for the engagement roll.
Yes. Let's see. Marshall. We are doing a recon mission.
Yes.
Did the Corps Master spend horses to equip the mission?
I got some horses to spend.
Okay, we can get some aphids. Currently we're all sworn to the Legion still.
Oh,
We didn't spend any intel. But I think we should still hold on to that one. So, wait, we get intel from recon missions, don't we?
Yes. I'm not
Yes, we
sure
do.
how much.
We want to spend an intel to get an extra die
This
here.
will give you more.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, if our goal is to get more intel, then why not try to at least buff ourselves slightly?
Okay.
If we have something to spend, you don't have to spend it all, right?
Well, we only have one to spend, but on a
Oh,
success for this mission, we'll get more.
see, that's all in good. Yeah, I'm for it, but that's your call.
Okay.
Rolling.
Is everyone on the mission a specialist or a soldier? Answer is yes. No one distrusts our leadership just yet. And we have all the required specialists for a recon mission. We have a sniper with that. Anybody starting with a heavy load?
No.
Okay.
Probably.
It's got medium or light loads.
I'm always light load.
Yeah, I'm currently on a normal load right now.
I feel weird if she wears armor.
Okay. Winter clothes and Finn's splinter rifle, always on hand. Okay, that is 4 dice for our engagement.
Nice.
Go, Sergeant.
No criticals, but a 5.
Very good.
So good.
It's at 5. A risky position. Okay. All right. So, secondary mission. Let's talk about that one.
Yeah.
You want to fail it, or you're going to fail it?
Or we lose 2 people.
What's our current reserve numbers?
We're fine. We have plenty of soldiers. Goodbye, Private Aloy Orbeck. You have served us well.
Oh, man.
Goodbye, Private Melody Price.
So recruitment after this one, huh?
Yep.
Could be. Yeah.
But Tabitha Stinger and Cuthbert Cabbage both have 2 levels of harm.
Cool.
Mission did not go that well, but it was a success.
stuck in the freezing cold. All right, well, even though it was, they took some hits, they survived the cold, and they did blow up that base on the satellite dish. It was like a little tiny explosion in the middle of it. Oop, it just blows up, and then like way down
Smoke
below,
trail. Little smoke trail.
yeah, way down below, Dr. Bloom's husband, like he's trying to watch his stories in the TV, and like the signal gets all messed up for a little bit. And he's like, "Honey, the TV's not working," and then it gets fixes. He's like, "Oh, never mind."
Aloy Barbeck is like has to stay behind and make sure it, like manually detonates. Like, don't worry, I've got this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's like, as his bullet-ridden body falls on the plunger like Bridge on the River Kwai,
Yeah,
and
heroic
blows it to
sacrifice to the end.
pieces. Yes, bits of bug like rain down, just a horrific cataclysm of destruction. All right, so that's the secondary mission. For the primary mission, you're in a risky position. Okay, so I'm gonna say you guys don't have the stolen uniforms or the Paw Patrol Band-Aid uniforms or what you need to get into the base. We'll start with you guys. You made it through the ice to get to Marmalade. It's been extremely difficult. You're all you got frost just like clinging to your legs, to your bodies, and your uniforms. Your mandibles are chattering together, but you're all like hunched over in kind of a little sort of a hillock of frost, looking out at Marmalade. You can see it as this big like glass jar of marmalade that has been transformed into a base. There's like different levels of it, all like carved out of frost and ice. It's like totally surrounded by the cold. But they made like different levels. There's like sort of bridges, causeways, tunnels inside. And like the glassy walls offer pretty good protection. So there's really only one entrance as far as you can see, which is the open lid of the jar. And the whole area is crawling with Beetle Weevil troops. So definitely like, a frontal assault, not going to work. You're going to have to find some way to sneak in. So how are you going to do that? Are you just going to try and sneak in, or like are we stealing some uniforms? What's the plan here?
That's a good question.
Can we find 3 cardboard boxes?
Be massive for us.
Yeah, a little too big. Maybe like 3 little chunks of cardboard, but I don't know. It's possible.
Sorry, just favorite,
Yeah, the Metal Gear. I love it. You'll see like some of those Beetle Weevil, the Choco Chips climbers have like big like question marks appear on their heads or exclamation marks. They notice you.
Yep.
Let's see. Can we possibly like pack snow onto us or onto some things we can move around if it's like the terrain up here? Or is there a regimen or a something we can maybe like trail behind that's going in? Like, can we catch, behind something on the side of something, like, and go in as it goes in? I'm trying to think of what we can see and grab a hold of.
Yeah, you actually do see there's like a wagon being pulled by some aphids that's carrying some supplies, like heading into sort of the mouth of the lid of the jar. So it's like these aphids are like straining at this little wagon. Vehicles can't really like work up here, so it's got to be aphid or hand pulled wagons, and they're like, and that wagon is heading inside. So it's not that big. So like maybe like 3 or 4 ants or 3 or 4 bugs could jump on it and ride it in, but that's a possibility.
I mean, there are 3 of us.
That's true.
So yeah, I guess I'll point that out and say it's a possibility.
We might as well take the opportunity while we have it.
Yeah.
You do also see there are some like Choco Chip commando troops that are kind of like sentry, been moving around. So you could try them.
Oh, maybe
Hmm.
snap a neck, take a uniform.
I mean, I'm always down to try that.
Oh, I'm looking at you, Sergeant.
Oh, you meant me go do it. Got it.
Yeah, I look at my hands and I look at your hands. I'm like,
Well, okay. I want to give me cover. Give me cover when I do this.
oh yes, I will do anything that it takes.
I hand you a rifle. Keep me
almost-
alive, please.
Okay. And then she expertly actually checks the sights, half cocks back to see if there's a round ready, puts it back, feels the weight, and is like, okay, I'll do what I have to.
Whoa.
She does. She's trained. She
Oh,
just
yeah.
she's a med.
It's such a
Swiss.
great
Swiss
character.
are always ready. You know what I mean? It's like the
Yeah.
Swiss.
Yeah. You know, Silly's a Conchi, but like if necessary. All right, Lucano, what do you think you're gonna do to like take out these sentries and try and get 3 uniforms?
Are they like walking like underneath like snowdrift or like a rocky outcropping?
Yeah, they're just kind of moving around like under sort of a jutting chunk of tile.
These are weevils or beetles?
Um, these guys are like weevils. They're about your size.
Okay. Assuming that Max and Stilly are, positioned, I'm going to like lie and wait until they sort of like walk underneath, and then just sort of like dive, arms outstretched on all 3, then sort of topple them to the ground.
Ooh, now that you say that, if you would have told me that plan, would you like a little potency
Sure,
for a physical action?
absolutely, yes.
I give you Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah. Just
Ooh, kind of rev you up.
just a little bit of
Yeah.
white powder from a packet.
Yeah, it's like the tonic, but I slide it into a syringe real quick and give it to you.
Jeez.
So you have potency for a physical action.
Got it.
All right, that'll be an extra dice. An extra die.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to tackle these individuals. This is probably a skirmish. And I will use I'm gonna use a grit here because I feel like I need to. For 4 dice on this.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay, I did get a 6.
Nice.
So 1, 3,
Oh.
4, and a 6.
Oh man. I'm gonna say that was desperate. So you can go ahead and mark experience as well.
Oh, awesome! Right, prowess.
All right. How do you just like murder 3 weevils?
Oh, I'm like waiting for them like to walk underneath, and then I just like belly flop onto them, so like we're all on the ground, like sort of shifting in the snow, and I'm just like using my iron mandibles to just slice and dice, and just like furiously fighting these individuals in the ground, sort of very heedless and very. He seems a little angry at this.
All right. So by the time the dust clears, there's just like 3 dead weevils laid out. You get a little bit of goo on their uniforms from caving their faces in.
Nope.
But the uniforms are intact. You guys are able to take them off, slide them on, and then you start heading back towards Marmalade. And don't worry, the Beetle Weevil Empire is so large that encompasses lots of different little insect nations, including plenty of ants. So ants and ladybugs are not rarities at all in their ranks.
Okay.
Okay. So these uniforms on, you guys reach You reach the beginning, the opening of the jar. There's like some Choco Chip Commando sentries standing out there. Um, one particular beetle, he's like a bark beetle. He's all hunched over for the cold. You can tell he's like the main sentry here. He kind of glances up as you three are coming back, and he's like, "So, freezing out there, yeah?"
Oh yeah.
Snap an icicle off my brow.
Makes me wish for summer.
Oh, it can't come soon enough.
Yeah.
Go inside, see if you can find somewhere warm. The general is in, so just be prepared. Everybody is all running about, higgly piggly.
I mean, not very often a general appears at our doorsteps.
It seems so. I think he wishes to observe the loftiest part of the war in person.
Well, we should give him a warm reception.
Well,
Hey,
this is
just make sure. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, just make sure some of that warmth is saved for us. Ha 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 ha. All right, get yourself inside. Okay, and with that, you three enter Marmalade. So you're in this like big sprawling, almost a city that has been built in the ice in glass over here. Um, you know General Von Hot Dog is here, so you got to figure out sort of like where his or I think you can probably tell, you know, like the biggest part of it, the biggest like sort of upper floor area is where his office is, or that's where, you know, his headquarters are. So that's where he'll be, and that's where the plans are, and that's where you'll have to find some way to get. So you're inside. There's like tons of Beetle Weevil troops just like moving around. Some are like, you know, dressing up to go and getting their weapons ready to go on patrol. Others are like relaxing. There's like stores, barracks, a chapel, an infirmary, like everything a full-on military base or city would have. And then up at the top, the general's headquarters. So how are you going to find some way to get yourselves up there?
We could cause a distraction, draw people away.
Place has everything we need apparently to. We just have to pick and choose what kind of distraction we want, right?
Yeah.
Set a fire. We can set an accidental fire to something.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
Be sad if that happened.
I did have this thought though that we could, after we get the plans, set a surprise for the general.
Well, could always set fire to the munitions.
That might be a little too big. I feel like we don't want to go so big as they think they're under attack. We want to go big enough that it seems like an accident, but needs people to be there. So setting a fire near the magazine.
So food, perhaps somewhere in the food, since food gets cooked.
Is there a way we can try to figure out like where like the armory magazine is located?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll for it because there's like the signs are posted like very clearly.
Okay.
You know, this isn't like a makeshift kind of place. Like there's streets and stuff laid out very well, so you can pretty obviously find your way to the armory.
Is there, and I assume there's like there's depots nearby, that are like storage depots.
Yeah, I mean they probably will be guarded though. There's an issue to consider.
Well, we only have, let's see, sentry uniforms. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a rank of some kind. That could be a way up. One of us could get rank, you know. So
And if we want to try to get you two in, like I'm not really the stealth person. Like I think we're leaving the person who's nav of the plans is probably going to be Flores. Like we,
mean-
you and I, silly, can like run interference and make sure that the escape plan doesn't fall through.
Okay.
I mean, hand to hand is not his forte, but he can do it if
Well,
need be.
the idea would be to get people drawn away from the offices, then all hands on deck sort of emergency.
Yeah.
Your hand to hand would be like the ultimate last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Hopefully
true.
you're just sneaking in, grabbing, and going.
hmm
Yeah.
I mean, you could see if there's like a back window or a back door to like one of the nearby buildings that I can just sort of slip into.
Fire escape it maybe.
Oh, kind of sneak your way in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love the idea, guys. I'm gonna Flores. I'm gonna give
Mhm.
you a potion.
No.
It's called Deep. Lets you hold your breath for a scene, so
Oh.
you won't be making like that kind of noise and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty useful, actually.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I could see. I
If
yeah.
we're sending Flores to go do this, can I attempt to rig up my explosive charge on a timer?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
let's
we,
have.
I mean, we could do incendiary, not really explosive.
Oh, no, to bomb his office on a
Oh,
timer.
yeah. Yeah.
That's the
all
lead the
right.
surprise there.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
I we'll use another grit for an extra dice here. That's my last grit for the session.
Whoa. Okay. Let's have. Oh yeah. So go ahead and roll for the rig to rig up the explosives.
Is this a controlled, risky, or desperate situation?
I mean, there's explosives, but you're not really like in combat. I'm gonna say.
And I have I am trained in explosives.
Right. I'll say controlled then.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay. So you do it. With a minor consequence. Okay. I'm gonna say.
Could it be a reduced effect, so it's not attempting to blow him up, but like destroy evidence of things being stolen?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
good.
not like it
I
won't be
like
enough
that.
to like kill the general or really anybody, but it'd be enough to like set the room on fire or like catch things on fire, so like people don't know things have been taken.
Right. Oh yeah, I love that. So we got a reduced effect to like.
Yeah.
Not exactly an assassination bomb here.
This should cover your tracks.
Yeah. All right, Flores, ready for the sneak in?
Yeah, sure. So,
Okay. I
Oh.
think this is gonna be scout, unless you have another idea.
I think maneuver is more getting into places unseen, if I remember correctly.
Oh, definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Although,
All right, so your goal is to sneak into a depot. Okay, go ahead
oh
and roll
wait, no,
maneuver.
scout is
observe.
move or
Okay.
observe without being noticed. Never mind, I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
Either way,
I'm gonna
it's the same
say
amount
this.
either way,
All
it's the
right.
same amount of dice. Like I said,
I think we're.
Flores
go ahead.
Flores knows what he knows what he knows.
Nice. Gonna roll. I think it's gonna be risky.
Um, yeah, I'll spend a couple of stress to push myself.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's sneak into that depot.
Yeah. There's a 6 there. 6, 5, and 2 3s.
Oh, nice. Whoa. Well, good job with spending. Yeah, you find. So, what kind of depot exactly are you looking for here?
Just let's see what. I mean, there's probably a storage depot of some sort that's not like obviously munitions or anything like that. But it's sort of like just a general storage with like maybe like clothes and bedding or something like that. Something that's like semi easily flammable,
Oh yeah,
but
that sounds good.
still, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you find like sort of a fabric storage area, full of like delightful hand woven quilts from like carpet yarn.
I feel like he
You know,
sort of
mothers to keep their sons warm on the mountain. But yeah, it is very flammable.
there's like I sort of look at it, sort of like reminisces a little bit, and then sort of like his paranoia of back to the mission kind of a thing, going like, oh geez, I can't be seen kind of thing. And I think he sort of yeah, I'll use sort of like well, I'll use the use of the incendiary round as sort of like a general like fire starter kind of a thing. Um,
Nice. Yeah, okay, you chuck in that, in like, you know, just a bundle of fabric, and you don't need to roll. Just pretty easy to start a good blaze. Um, and then yeah, you slip on out the back through that entrance you discovered, and then pretty soon there is like a big smoky fire coming out of this depot. Um, some of the beetles like marching past see this and start shouting like, "Fire, fire! Like, quick, get down here, get a bucket brigade going!" And yeah, the bugs start like freaking out, running everywhere, moving in to put out the fire, and a distraction has been achieved.
yeah. Well, then I'll just sort of like start heading towards the next place.
Okay, so you guys heading up to the headquarters now?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
All right. You get together, you move your way up. There's like little bits of smoke kind of trickling through Marmalade. Um, and pretty soon you reach the upper level. There is like this sort of you know, packed ice to make the doorway. Lots of fancy decorations, lots of like bits of tinfoil, um, sort of like tapestries, and inside you can see the general's headquarters. There's like, you know, some there's some carpeting, table where a map is laid out. Um, there are like some staff officer bugs still like running around getting some supplies, but everything's a little bit chaotic because of the fire. You do see, if you peer in, um, General Von Hot Dog himself is leaving. He is this like this ancient beetle, um, like sagging, tired mandibles, kind of like in this like big sort of U down the front of his face. He has to walk with the aid of like a cane made of like a twig, and a bunch of other bugs are like hustling him out and being like, "Come on, General, let's get you out of here." And he's like, "Is it spies? Are we under attack? Is it the eatery ants? Or is it the kitchen ants attacking yet again? Or the Hillington ants?" They're like, "Yes, General, come on, come on." And you can tell, like, you know, this general has seen better days.
Stiff wind could knock him over.
Yes. So as Von Hot Dog is walking past you, though, he does kind of like stop and sort of like squint at you. What are you guys doing? Are you just kind of like hanging out or trying to disguise yourselves?
I think we're probably here trying to like pull attention to like fire that's currently ongoing. Like they need more help with the bucket brigades, and it's near it's near the depot. Like not the depot, the magazine.
Right. Okay. Um, so as you're kind of moving around, General Von Hot Dog still sort of notices you. he kind of like creeps over with his, cane, sort of like shrugging off the staff officer beetles who are trying to help him. And he's like, "You there, tell me, what part of the Empire are you from, you nice young bugs?"
Um, how much do we know about the Empire?
Give me a research roll real quick.
Let's see. Go for it. I got 2.
I'm gonna say it's desperate.
I rolled a 1.
Well, mark experience, please.
I think I know Lucano's answer already.
Okay, what do you say?
General, I'm actually not from the territories of the Empire. I'm from out beyond. I'm joined as a foreign legion type.
Oh, he does not like that. He is like, "Foreigners." And he just goes over to the bugs next to him. He's like, "Can't trust them." And this officer is like, actually, sir, the Beetle Weevil Empire is made up of numerous smaller nations. So in a way, we're all foreigners to each other. So it's actually kind of offensive and mean to just say, and the general's like, "Don't trust foreigners. I don't trust any foreigner, especially not them or you." The officer's like, "No, sorry, sir, sorry." He's like, "Somebody needs to keep an eye on them." And this officer's like, "Sir, there are soldiers. They're clearly Choco Chip commandos. I don't know what." The general's like, "We need to have a good, solid Beetle Weevil soldier has to be with them to make sure they don't do anything sneaky." He just points to like a random bug in the ranks who's this mosquito. "You, what's your name?" And he's like, "I am Bela Mosquito." And he's like, "Stay with them. Don't let them out of your sight. Don't trust these foreigners." And he spins around and faces you, and he's like, "The Beetle Weevil Empire and the Emperor thanks you for your service." And then he lets the officers sort of help carry him away. So
Could I
that's
have-
General Von Hot Dog, everybody.
Could I have like slipped by while everyone else around us is sort of like distracted by the general? Could I have sort of slipped away?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll another scout.
Sure.
This is desperate too, so let me know if you want that devil's bargain
Um,
or push yourself or not.
I think I'll stick with the 3 that I have. And yeah, no, it's a 5. Not the worst.
Not the worst. Okay. As a consequence, so a serious complication occurs. All right, so you sneak right in. You see on the table there's like a bunch of little tiny scraps of paper with like all these maps and orders written down. So this is what you come here for.
Mhm.
You snatch those up. You start to set the bomb down. As you're doing this, like right as you tuck them in, another bug comes out of the tent. And this bug is like different and very scary looking. It is a scorpion. He's an older scorpion, but he looks like, whereas Von Hot Dog has aged into weakness, this scorpion has like aged into strength. He looks like he's just like too mean to die. He has like all black carapace, and he's wearing carapace, and he's wearing like this little black hat made of like dyed fabric, dyed black, with like an insect head and like a insect skull and crossbones like on it. So this like very scary looking death's head uniform. And he's just like, "Soldier, what are you doing?" Oh, I'm sorry for like shouting my voice from your poor headphones.
No, it's all good. No,
Soldier, What are you doing? Explain
Uh,
yourself immediately. What is your name?
oh, jeez. Um, now player has to come up with a random name.
Give your real name.
You can, you can
They
always
don't,
use
they
your
don't know
real
who
name.
you are.
That's true. That's true. But like, well, no, yeah, no, he would just be like, well, sir, I am uh Corporal. I am Corporal Flores. I'm I was told to hide documents while since there was an emergency going on. Justin, you know how the general is and his paranoia. I mean,
He gets like real close to you. He's like, the general, like so many Beetle Weevil officers, is a fool. You realize this guy is not Beetle Weevil. This guy is Nessenheim.
mm,
He's wearing like, a Nessenheim uniform. Um, and he says, I don't recall him ever ordering someone to see to his papers.
well, you know how he is. He's not quite all there. So just because he
Hmm.
hasn't done so before doesn't mean he hasn't come up with it now. I mean, you know how the elderly are. No offense, sir.
Oh man, of all things you could say. All right, you're gonna have to roll consort. Or what do you think you would roll here?
No, I can see consort. Since I do
Sway,
have,
Oswell, maybe.
um, I think,
But I think consort is good.
yeah. I mean, with Flores's warm personality, I do have a point in consort. I think,
Definitely desperate as well. So be sure to mark
yeah.
experience.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'll push myself again. I've getting close, but I've still got the
Could
so.
do a devil's bargain instead. Just putting that out there. Just your friendly devil offering a bargain for you if you want.
uh,
But up to you.
no, I've still got a one more point of stress after this, so I will
All
roll.
right.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Right?
Okay. Um. So you get the papers into your satchel. Um. He's like, very well. Take your orders and leave. Um. You walk out. You join the others outside. You guys still have your guard, Bela Mosquito. Um. And then as you go out, you realize, Von Venom shouts back like, "Soldier, you didn't salute a superior officer." Salute
Well,
immediately or face disciplinary action.
of course, sir. Sorry, sir. Oh, like he's. I'm sure he's seen like um this because I'm pretty sure every salute is different. So I'm gonna try and like recall how their salutes are different from our own, which would be, I'm guessing, a research.
Um, let me see. Yeah, go ahead and do research.
All right.
I think okay, I'm just gonna say this.
Mhm.
Because of the severe consequence you rolled earlier,
Mhm.
you are going to get caught. He's already suspicious.
Okay.
And with the salute, he's gonna realize that you do it wrong. Unless you get a crit on this research roll. It'll just how well you do in this research will decide how much time you have, like what kind of a head start you have. Before he like, he'll kind of walk away and he'll be like, wait a
Mhm.
minute, and that'll give you some
Hmm.
time to get away.
Okay, there is no way that I'm critting.
Okay. Well, this could still buy you some time. So
Because I'm currently rolling a disadvantage, so um,
I could do a devil's bargain to give you one more if you want.
yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, just so I can at least have one.
Okay. So devil's bargain is that if you fail this one, you will have some time. He'll
Oh,
start to like close the lid of Marmalade, trapping you inside.
okay, I missed the first part of that, but I think I got the gist.
Okay.
So,
So
all
yes,
right,
that's if you fail. You'll still have some time, but he'll order it closed. He'll order the entrance closed.
all right. My one die. Yeah, it's a 6.
Nice.
Wow. Oh man. Okay. So
Ooh.
you turn around, you do the salute that you remember seeing Nessenheim Beetle Weevil soldiers do.
Mhm.
And this scorpion, his name is Field Marshal Von Venom, by the way. Um,
You.
he gives a slight nod as you did the salute perfectly, and he like returns it, and he's like, "Very good, soldier. Be on your way."
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. And then I just sort of like hands on their backs, sort of like go 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 go.
We still have the mosquito with us, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So you guys are all sort of like walking down through the through Marmalade. I think by now the fire is mostly put out, so things are sort of calming down inside. Bela Mosquito is like just sort of talking, kind of casual. He's like, "Well, I'd like being a soldier, but what I really want to do is act.
Oh, you want to be an
Um,
actor?
yes, I see myself as sort of gothic, mysterious bug, a creature of the night, if you will."
Hmm.
I mean, you are already a bloodsucker.
Yes, exactly. So I wish to try and put that into my acting capabilities.
Your repertoire, as it were.
Ah, exactly.
Oh, I don't see why you can't do that right now. I mean, why not work with your fellow soldiers? Maybe get a troop going.
Oh, I think that could be a good idea. Bring a little bit of acting to the. Yeah, that could. I mean, we're sort of sitting here freezing our abdomens off half the time, so
Exactly.
could be a good way to entertain ourselves, put on a show.
Of course. Yes.
Um,
Have great faith in you.
thank you. Um, he looks over to Dream Tree, and he's like, "You have such a kind and trusting face. Uh, what do you think I should do?" Remember, you guys got to find some way to like get rid of this guy before you can
Mhm.
leave. He was ordered to
Mhm.
kind of shadow you.
Uh-huh. And so as we walk by anybody that is another group of soldiers, I answer him while uncapping the vial of rage venom. And I say, I say we start this right now. Um, and I'm going to look towards the sergeant for help on this.
Okay.
And I'm going to sort of like look to you to like help me push him into somebody else.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm going to stab him with rage venom and say, I say you get on it.
Wow. All right. Um, go ahead and roll. This will be risky. but I'll give you an extra die because you're using the venom.
And I will assist and take a stress. Get an extra die from me.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Let's see, what would be a good one? I mean, I'm not sure. I could see it being skirmish, but I'm open to other suggestions if you have a cool idea of what to roll.
Yeah.
No, that's probably sounds about right. Because I'm not the one like pushing. Okay. So you said I get a die from the venom, right? And then Sergeant, you give me one?
Yep.
Okay. Can I push myself on top of that? Is that possible? Okay, cool. And that's 2 stress, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Go get him, Tiger. 553, so 5.
Okay, pretty good. All right. So with a 5,
Yep.
let's see. I think you're gonna suffer some harm. You're gonna take one mark, 1 tick of harm.
Okay.
As you plunge it in, he starts like his eyes bulge. He gets the bloodlust in him, and he actually shoves his proboscis into you and like sucks a bunch of your innards.
That makes sense because they do attack indiscriminately.
Yeah. And then he just like spins around, buzzes right into like another beetle, and it just starts like, "Children of the night, what music they make," and starts sucking blood like a crazy mosquito vampire. So the other bugs start freaking out. There is like chaos inside this part of the jar. You guys can start making your run outside.
Oh yeah, we're mad dash.
Mm-hmm.
The timer on the sort of the explosive charge to like torch the room. Any way we can know when that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I think is this about the time you set it for?
Yeah, I it probably would have been like a good amount of time so after it's set, like it gets us a chance to like get away from the scene. Probably set to like 5-10 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like as you reach the entrance, go into the cold, like the explosive goes off. So you hear this like this boom behind you echoing through the marmalade bottle. You make it out, you dash into the cold, but at this point though, your cover is blowing. There is a lot of chaos inside, but like as you are dashing back to your position where the other soldiers are, um, you hear like shouts, and you see a bunch of those Choco Chip Commandos like racing around Marmalade and like aiming their sniper rifles at you guys to try and pick you off as you escape. All right. Let's see. Flores, I think we'll start with you. What are you doing in this violent situation here?
I think, yeah, as we're sort of like sprinting, I just sort of like, all right, let's see who can take who out first. And as he sort of like cocks back his rifle, and as sort of like a really quick sort of like turn and fire kind of a thing.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll. You are in by far a desperate situation, so please mark experience.
Alrighty. Yeah. There's a 6.
Nice.
Oh boy, rolling well. Okay, so keep seeing the experience. I'm gonna say with that, like, you take out like 5 Choco Chip Commando snipers. Like, how do you just wipe these guys out?
I think as they're running, like they're not paying attention to like their sort of like positioning, so they just so happen to sort of line up right as sort of like a perfect line, just sort of go one right through all of them.
Collateral.
Insane.
Yeah, pulling a Deadpool.
Yeah, you somehow like get the perfect this legendary shot that just goes like through five bugs at once, just like punching through one then the other, and they just like collapse there in the snow. Um okay. So you make it out, you're loping down, uh you rush over to the others. Um you see the other Greenleaf guards, some of the breadstick Bersaglieri there, and uh they all start heading back. Um as you start making your way back towards the East Gutter, you can see more Beetle Weevil troops coming out of Marmalade, definitely trying to give chase. And then, to make matters worse, a shadow falls over you, and you guys look up and you see the 25th anniversary balloon is in the sky and is flying over the house and is heading for you guys. Yeah, it's still a little ways off. Um, so you have a little bit of chance to get away before it starts coming down on you guys. In the meantime, as you guys are like dashing away, you see ahead of you another Choco Chip patrol, Choco Chip Commando patrol that's like coming back and is in your path. Um, they're like below you on the tile, like you guys are kind of up here on the ridge of the tile. They're down below, but like they're definitely in your way, and they've spotted you. They've seen all the chaos going around Marmalade, and they start bringing up their weapons and firing back. Sergeant Lucano, so you know time is of the essence. You do have the bomber balloon is close by, so you can call that, and if you need some air support. But what do you do?
So we have the guys ahead of us. We have people giving chase, and then the 25-year balloon, 25-year anniversary balloon. I'm just gonna sort of charge out ahead on my because I assume we have Avids, right? At this point,
What's that?
we have
Oh
horses.
yes, you're riding the
Um,
aphids away, which is it's tricky to do with the slanting and the ice, but you're managing it. They're
Yeah.
they're doing okay in the cold and the slope.
I'll just sort of pull the rifle out, and I'm not attempting to like kill them specifically, but I'm trying to force them to scatter into cover. I'm gonna start unloading in their direction.
All right. What role do you think this is? Definitely desperate, so please mark experience.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. I think it's probably gonna be a wreck. I'm trying to sow chaos in their ranks.
Okay.
It's 2 4s.
2 4s. Okay. Um, go ahead and take a full level of harm.
I do have armor.
Okay. Um, I'll say with the armor you take a half level.
Okay.
So your
That
your
is-
one is done.
My one is filled up
Um,
now.
Your one is filled up. Yeah. As you get like they just like open, they fire their right, which you can obviously you get like a nasty splinter graze. Your
Yeah.
armor takes most of it, but one splinter does like punch through and cut into you.
Yeah. My armor is absolutely shattered.
Yeah, giving you another scar. Are you using the twig emplacement or your rifle?
I'm using my splinter rifle. I'm not trying to like, because that's like heavy duty. Like on the back of an aphid is probably not the most best thing to do. But taking pot shots in their direction, like trying to like force them into cover.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, are you using your explosive or incendiary round? I should have
I-
asked.
No, just my regular. I'm not using explosives. I feel like that's gonna cause an avalanche.
Right. Okay. Well, good thinking. But yeah, you fire down, and they're not totally defeated, but like you definitely you get a bunch of them just like bam, working the ball, firing again and again. A bunch of these bugs go down. Dream Tree, you and the rest of the troops that are bunched up on the top of this ridge, you're looking down, and then you see behind you the 25th anniversary balloon It's not so much you realize that like it's not going to like fly over you and start bombing. It's going to stay further back and start bombing because they have what Lucano's in mind to do, which is to create an avalanche. So you can see them lining up to do that.
Okay.
You still do have the chocolate chip guys below you. And also, Lucano did take a wound. So a lot of stuff going on.
Got it. So first off, I look to Lucano and I give him my initial nod. Do you nod back as that you're okay? Okay. All right. Then I look on. The balloon is out of reach as far as like me tossing anything at it. Is that correct? You said they're staying back?
Yeah.
5th anniversary.
Mhm.
Okay. Then I don't know what to do about that. But I can try to get ahead of them, and I will try to toss my explosive grenade to see if I can loosen a roof tile to swipe out whatever commandos I can on their part.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You could roll rec for this. This is a great idea.
Because if the last thing we have to worry about the balloon, then at least it's down to one thing. I don't know what to do about that at the moment. So rec. All right, let's do it. I got 1 in rec because Stilly does crazy shit sometimes. And let's see. Let's use up my last 2 stress. Let's push that. Pulls the pin with her teeth and Hail Mary. Oh no. 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, it happens. Okay. You're gonna take 2 levels of harm.
Oh boy.
Oof.
I need help.
You're the doctor.
Yeah,
Just
That's what it
physician,
says.
heal thyself.
That's what it says. I need help.
As you try and get this explosive down to land on them, it goes off too soon.
Oh,
Your aphid is killed. You are blown from the saddle. You're hurt because of this, but the worst bit is that you are tossed down and fall into the ice in this canyon. Just the slope itself, like, is what's hurting you. And you crash down to the snow next to these commandos. And you are like partially stuck in this frost. All right, Flores, to make matters worse, behind you guys, the balloon is dropping some bombs into the frost, and you see an avalanche beginning to form. The explosives like volley down, crashing into the frost, and you see like just sort of a wave of ice like crunching together. It starts slow, you can see it from a distance, but you realize this wave of ice, these ice fragments, is coming towards you guys.
Well, they're trying to take us down. Let's see if I can take the balloon down with us. Using the explosive round as a small explosive round in his rifle. He's going to try and pop the balloon.
Oh man, I love it. Even as like death is coming your way, you're just still fighting. Okay.
I want to take him down with me.
All right, go for it. It's gonna be desperate.
Alrighty.
Oh, and Stilly, please mark experience too for that desperate maneuver earlier.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Make sure. I mean, yeah, I know you failed, but you still deserve the experience. And
No,
yeah, Flores, same thing. Be sure to mark experience.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. No, I think 3 is fine. Yeah. 654.
So close.
Whoa. Another unbelievable moment. Yeah. You fire the explosive round. It arcs up over the roof, past the wave of ice that's heading your way, and it hits the 25th anniversary balloon like the gas bag explodes. You see the great silver disc just ripple as it's consumed by fire. You swear you can hear insects screaming from far away as this the undercarriage just like plummets down and crashes into the ice and is lost. So it's somewhere up there in the mist and ice, but you can't see where it landed. But yeah, this thing will never fly again. You have dealt Sir Basil Rosemary Time a severe blow.
Yeah,
But now
sort of like
the avalanche.
yeah, he like watches the avalanche go with a smile on his face.
All right, Sergeant Lucano, what are you going to do to try and save people as this avalanche is coming in?
I'm going to attempt to marshal the group into action, but Lucano's going to do something different. Lucano's
Okay.
going to rear back and end up next to Dream Tree on the aphid, that she can hop on and and take the saddle in behind. He is going to basically just tell those troops just to ice is coming this way, rush on as fast as you can, make it for the gutters. And he's gonna veer off and try to save Stilly.
Okay.
The troop left behind.
All right, definitely desperate. So let me know if you want Devil's Bargain or something.
I'm gonna take stress actually.
Okay.
I feel like he's stressed out right now. Like he's been in that position. He knows what it's like. Multiple occasions. A 5 and a 6.
Nice. Almost.
Oh man. All right. This is to marshal the troops, right?
Yeah, this is the marshal troops as he veers off to get Stilly.
Right. Okay. I think the
He's-
troops are definitely marshaled.
Yeah, he is putting his trust into Stilly to get them both out of there alive.
Right. I think so. I think the other Greenleaf Guards and the Breadstick Bersaglieri, they hear your command, they follow it, they start like just booking it for the gutter, like just kind of like dashing down the rooftop, riding hard. The avalanche is still like churning up behind them. They're just like dashing by the Beetle Weevil soldiers, who at this point are like they're not even fighting anymore. They're just like trying to run or hunker down and find some place that the avalanche will like flow around them. But yeah, everyone's just trying to get to safety at this point. You just jump the aphid down, like spin it around, ride straight towards Dream Tree. Okay, Dream Tree. You gotta maybe find some way to like climb aboard, or find some way to get to safety here. What are you doing?
I'm definitely going to take the hand offered from the sergeant if possible. Nothing like that. So could I possibly maneuver onto the aphid with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely good. Yeah, definitely a good maneuver roll.
All right, let's try that.
I'd say it's still desperate, so mark experience there.
Okay, thank
And
you.
if you want a devil's bargain or if you want to push yourself, you can let me know.
I might want the bargain because I can't push myself anymore.
Okay.
So what did that do again? Gives a die?
Yes, because he would die.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will say if this fails, you and Lucano are both going to be struck by the avalanche and buried under it.
Okay, I'm not going to do that then. I don't want to risk myself.
Okay.
So I'll just do the roll. So 6 and 2. There we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you know which one fell first. So
just keeping the heart pounding, huh?
hey, some days the rolls are great. Today it's risky, that's for sure.
Yes, but you guys are pulling it through. you reach out with one of your legs. Lucano's like reaching down. He like grabs it. For a moment, your feet like slip on the ice, and it almost seems like you're gonna pull him off of his aphid and join you in the ice. But then you're able to like spin yourself around. You can adjust your position. He swings you back, and you land on the aphid with him. So you're riding the aphid. You start riding over the other troops. That avalanche ice is still pouring after you. Flores, the ice is coming for you too. What are you doing?
I am. Like, I know we're currently headed towards the gutters, but I'm actually going to see if I could find, like, a place of cover that like, some sort of cover that we can use, like, that's even quicker, so that we're not, like... So, that's... Yeah, I don't know.
Great idea.
Yeah, so...
An excellent idea. Go ahead and do scouts, I think, for this.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You roll a 1?
2 2s and a 1.
Oh. All right. This was desperate.
Okay.
Go ahead and mark experience. I'm going to say, as you are looking around to find something, your aphid slips on a piece of ice. You fall off, and then the avalanche, you misjudge the distance. It washes over you. So you're taking a full level of harm, and you are separated from the rest of the troops here.
Okay.
All right. So with that, you're stuck buried under the ice. Dreamtree and Lucano, you guys and the rest of the troops successfully make your way back to the gutter, but you don't know what happened to Flores. So we'll do a final scene with Lucano and Dreamtree first back at the camp, and then we'll check in with Flores. All right. So you saw him go under the ice. You don't know if he's alive or not. Okay. So Lucano and Dreamtree, you make it back. The avalanche is like kind of crunches to a halt somewhere behind you, and you're back in the gutter, which you find is in like a state of chaos. Like there's bugs running everywhere. Dragolio is buzzing around. It looks like something big has happened while you were on your mission. Dragolio sees you and like flies over and joins you, and he's like, "Ah, yes, my heroic comrades in whose hearts pound with the blood of heroes." Well, I'll workshop that one. What of your mission? What happened?
Oh shit. Flores has the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna recover his body, but we did extract it.
So you stole. Okay, so
we were successful.
You
We just
stole
need to
the
go back and get
plans.
it from his body.
You just need to go back and get it.
He's in the ice behind us.
Well, about that, there's been a very terrible development.
Okay.
It seems that, yes, I've just heard from down below in the Pasta Fazul Valley that Nessenheim troops have appeared. Not only have they reinforced the Beetle Weevils to an alarming degree, but they've launched an offensive that has broken through. So many of our soldiers have surrendered and been enveloped. We've lost the Pasta Fazul Valley. He's looking like really nervous as he's saying this. The fighting's going all the way to Pimento, where General Cashew has his headquarters. So we are going down there to reinforce all soldiers and prepare for a heroic last stand, the best kind of stand. and I'll need you to go with me. So the plans and your comrade will have to wait until another day. But fear not, if he dies, he will forever be remembered in one of my amazing poems.
I think that leaving Flores behind would not be the best course of action.
Oh?
Your first off, mission would be fully complete if we could get the intel, which would be best for all. And
True.
Flores was the one who put down Sir Basil Rosemary Times' balloon and has the best chance at taking that person out with the new knowledge if we can acquire it. It would
All right, I think you have to roll
win-win.
You're gonna have to roll a sway here to convince him.
I'm going to take a point of stress to give you an extra die to aid you.
Okay. Because I have no sway, so that just gives me my die.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's something.
Thank you very much.
You can go ahead and mark his.
Oh geez. Okay, come on, Flores, we need you. Oh no, that's a 1. Oh, come on.
Oh no. Okay. Dragolio says like, it does not matter about the plans. I have a plan right here. It's called win. We're gonna do that. And as for your comrade, he may have been a brave soldier and he heroically fought, but all the best heroic soldiers die in heroic battle, as we shall down below in Pimento. Come with me immediately.
No.
And you can see that, like, not only is he not going to take no for an answer, but like the other soldiers are enforcing his will. So you guys start heading down to Pimento.
They're going to have to take me in chains because I will fight back.
You will. Okay. Give me a quick skirmish to try and like bust free of them and run up there. Run back up the roof.
The 6.
Oh.
Okay, so as they come for you, you just like break away, go back on your aphid and start riding up. Dream Tree, are you running with him, kind of like going AWOL in a way, or are you gonna go down with the other bugs to Pimento?
I'm afraid to go with them because I won't know what happened to these two, and I'd say the MPs are gonna have a harder time finding the 3 of us and taking us in than 2. I'm gonna pull out my incendiary grenade and hold my left finger in the pin and say, and just back up, as in just backing up towards where the sergeant's going. Just, you want it? I'll take us all out.
Whoa. Dragolio like looks super excited with this. He's like, you know, the other soldiers are kind of moving in, and he's like, no, stand back. What we have here is a true warrior, one who cares so little for their own life that they're willing to give it away for the cause of glory. Gentlemen, let him go. And that gesture is so delighted him that he lets you head off with Lucano. All right, so as you guys are riding back up through the cold, it's like a full-on icy blizzard right now. Like some wind is coming, the frost is going everywhere. Flores, you are stuck in the snow, and suddenly, the snow like crunches around you, and little insect arms like pull you out of the snow and help you up. You look up and you see there is like a bunch of aphids that are like sort of in like a herd that's just kind of traveling over here, and leading them, wearing like a little, you know, Tyrolean hat, like a little tiny feather made of like construction paper and some like bug lederhosen, is good soldier Shrank.
Oh, Shrank, you have no idea how
like,
good it is to see you.
He's like, yes, I have become an alpine aphid shepherd. What's a strange coincidence to find you?
Of course you have. Just get me out of this thing.
Come along, my friends. We have a long way to go. And I think with that, with the squad divided, but maybe coming back together and disaster on the horizon, we're going to bring this episode to a close. Let's go ahead and take care of the experience, and then we'll say our good nights. So let's start with our medic, kind of going backwards. So Stilly, what do you think? What, do you see the medic questions?
Yeah. Survived. Kind of surprised it happened. Let's see. Took a lot of damage this time. Helped your squad through medical knowledge or emotional comfort. I wouldn't say that was on.
Oh, I think so. Like using the rage potion on the mosquito there.
Oh, okay. All right, got it. Okay, that could be medical knowledge. Thank you for that. I wasn't seeing it that way. Let's see. Brought into play heritage or traumas. No, I wouldn't say that happened though.
Okay.
And what was the
So you can mark
highest?
down the XP there.
Because my heritage was. Did I consort on the mission?
I think you
You
did.
can go ahead and take the
I think
yeah,
I
you can
did
take the
one,
point for
right?
that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm warm personality, so I think I did try to consort once. Okay, now that you say that, but I don't have traumas. You guys have those traumas. She hasn't been playing long enough. And what's the highest threat?
Highest threat was 3,
What? Ooh, okay.
which is the scorpion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say that. Yeah, that scorpion was pretty nasty.
You
Okay.
would have screwed us up.
Von Venom. Yeah. All right. Next up is our sniper.
Alrighty. Somehow survived. Helped the squad through keen observation or keen shots. At least once, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Brought into play heritage or traumas. I don't think I did very much in terms of paranoia, but my warm personality came through. So
Yeah, I think so. Some of the ways you're trying to survive with Von Venom there.
yeah. So and then that's
Yeah, and then
3.
3.
So 6 total. All right.
Okay, and then our soldier.
Okay, well, I definitely survived the mission once again.
Mm-hmm.
Did I help my squad through courage and determination? Think so. To bring into play my heritages and my traumas. I think so. The sort of both warm and sort of stoic, and the trauma of having lost so much of his so many people at this point, just does not want to see those close to him gone, and sort of haunted of the thought of losing another
Yeah,
person.
for sure.
And then the highest threat was 3, you said? The good old 7 XP.
All right. Nice. Yeah, so intense mission, crazy ending.
Yeah.
But I'm glad, some extremely skin of the teeth, narrow escapes, some amazing 6s at the right moment there. But yeah, that's what we'll pick up with our squad divided. Shrank helping us out, and Sir Basil Rosemary Time now with his airship gone. So with all this stuff happening, that's where we're going to pick up with the final episode of this arc, entitled "The Daring Bugs," which is coming at you next week.
Yeah, we're going for it, right?
Ooh.
Next week, we're just hopping. We're nonstop train. Everybody's in, right? We all in?
Yeah.
We're all
Ain't
in
got
for
no
next week.
breaks.
This is great. So thanks guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks Gray Mouse for coming back and saying hi. I haven't seen you in a while. So thanks for dropping in there on Twitch and saying hi to us. We do this as many Tuesdays as possible. And it looks like we're going to finish off this arc next week. So Oh, I got my Alexa just chiming in my face, as they do. So everybody, yeah, just know that if you're wherever you're watching this right now or listening to it, we're going to be on there in the coming weeks. We have one more arc after this, from what I understand, and then we might just do some random stuff. So pay attention to our schedule. There's a lot of stuff that's going on with Time to Tabletop, so there's going to be a little bit more social media stuff, so you can pay attention to our Instagram and Facebook also if you'd like. But other than that, between today and next Tuesday, make sure to pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
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 We'll see you all very soon. Thanks for being here.